How's it everyone, this is Local, and in today's video we're going to be making a pair of cooldown recovery boots. Now the title is not clickbait. I have been crafting these for the last couple of weeks and making so much currency. Actually a disgusting amount. Last weekend I spent just a few hours on Saturday and Sunday and I turned 50 divines into a mirror and 100 divines just making these. So these are like a sleeper profit craft, but obviously after this video, it's dead. So if you've been doing this, I'm sorry. I know there's going to be people who are mad at me for doing this, but these are boots for Palsteron's Cast and Crit Fireball build, and the modifiers we're looking for are going to be something like these. So movement speed, Onslaught elevated cooldown recovery, and Elusive, and then crafted life. This is a bad pair because the third suffix is attribute requirements, but if you hit a good third suffix, these can be worth a fortune. I've sold more than 2 pairs at 90 divines, and then I sold one at I think 115 divines, but today we're just going to make whatever we get. So to get started, what we're going to do is we are going to chaos spam these pair of boots for tier 1 Onslaught. There are 2 tiers, so if you do this, make sure you go for tier 1. So we're going to type Onslaught 4. We don't want to type Onslaught because Onslaught is actually a name. You'll get boots that are called Onslaught League and it'll highlight, but we don't want that. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can chaos spam until you get the Onslaught and a second influence modifier. It's not too hard to do that, but you can go through a few hundred divines. Alternatively, what we can do is get the Onslaught like this, and we can maybe slam it with an exalt like that. Maybe try get another mod. Maybe get a second influence mod. No. Any luck? No. I'll just do this till we annul off the Onslaught. It's not really ideal to do it this way, but maybe. Oh, it's still there. Normally it goes away so much more quickly. Slam. Give us another influence mod. Definitely don't do this, by the way. I'm burning currency. I've probably spent more than the divine it would have cost to get it, but alright. So it is gone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Rather, if you have an open prefix, slam it once. If you don't hit whatever open modifiers you have, then move on. But we're going to keep seeing if we can get it. Unaffected by Chilled Ground and Onslaught. So here we have 2 influence modifiers. This is perfect because we want to elevate. So now we're going to use Orb of Dominance. It's going to remove one of the influence modifiers and elevate the other. And we did first time. Great. So we have our elevated Onslaught. Sweet. Now the next thing. We need to get elevated cooldown recovery. And this is part of the reason why these are so much easier to make than Elusive Onslaught Tailwind boots, because we can go over to the trade site and buy these. You can get ones with cooldown recovery and a second influence modifier for 5 chaos orbs, 10 chaos orbs ready to be elevated. Or what you can do is get boots like this that have unaffected by burning ground and cooldown recovery rate. Now if you fail this elevation, you're going to get unaffected by ignite, which you can sell for 1.5 divines very quickly. So I've been buying these all league. Every time I fail, I basically recoup the costs of the Orb of Dominance, which is about 1.3 divines. So let's see. We did elevate it first time, but let's just see if we fail. Unaffected by ignite. You can see this mod alone is worth, let's see, 1 divine, 2 divine, 5 divine. So yeah, normally I've sold probably about 10 pairs like this for 1.5 divines. But now, moment of truth. We are going to Awakener's Orb. It's going to delete this first item, take one of the influence mods, we only have one, apply it to this item. So we're going to have Onslaught and elevated cooldown. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is the big thing with these boots and why I've made so many. The third suffix is what really matters. And in this case, we hit tier 2 intelligence, which is great because we are using leadership's price, so we need to balance out our attributes. So that's an amazing third suffix. If you awaken these and you have an empty third suffix, what you can do is go suffixes cannot be changed, reforge chaos. That'll guarantee you chaos resistance. I've done that twice and amazingly twice hit tier 1 chaos res. That sold for a lot, but these suffixes alone are amazing. Amazing. Now we're going to head over to the menagerie and we are going to do a wild bristle matron. With full suffixes, this is gonna add on suffixes cannot be changed. And these cost about 1.4 divines, which is why we use them instead of the crafting bench, because every time we save 0.6 divines. Now, Hoarder Crafting Station, with suffixes cannot be changed, we're gonna go Reforge Crit. This guarantees Elusive. Now what we're hoping for is that we don't fill our prefixes, which can happen, but we didn't. This time we're lucky. So there we go. Now we're going to go back to the menagerie. We're going to go suffixes cannot be changed. Metacraft. And now we head over to TFT to find someone selling an Ashling and hope. And we hope. Alrighty, so Ashling is going to remove one of our prefixes. Our suffixes are safe. It's a 50-50. We're hoping she removes suffixes cannot be changed and gives us that veiled chaos, that veiled modifier. And then, let's see, did we get lucky? We did, first time. Wow, this has been a very smooth craft. I've calculated on average these boots cost about, I think 18 divines to make, and they consistently sell for about 35. So yeah. Okay, now before we go for the unveil, we're gonna block mana. And we're gonna unveil 100% chance to get movement speed. I've never not. This is really nice. So the only bad one is gonna be the Onslaught, because we already have chance to gain Onslaught, whereas chance to avoid being chilled, super good quality of life. And now we're pretty much done. We're gonna craft on life like this. Let's just see, does this need a divine? I have been divining these, but I think this is pretty good. The cooldown is 20 out of 20. And here are our boots. There we go, like that. So, yep. This is my biggest profit craft this league. I'm sharing it. I was a bit cagey about it for a while because, you know, the moment I share something like this, it's not going to be profitable anymore. But let's give it a price check. Let's see. So, the main modifiers are going to be the movement speed. Life, we can make, I don't know, 55. Elusive. And cooldown recovery is 16%, means it's elevated, and then attack move speed. So you can see here are some booties. 40 divines, and this is a kind of bad one. These ones, 50 divines, their third suffix is chance to avoid elemental ailments, actually really nice. Let's see if there's ones with intelligence. This is giga overpriced. Yeah. Any with intelligence, let's see. 1. So you can see this one has tier 1 int and it's 60 divines. So this will probably sell really fast. So I would probably, these could probably sell for 50 if we wanted to. And you saw how easy it was to make. So that's how I have a mirror and all this other stuff after crafting half the gear for this build. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you were doing this profit craft and I just ruined it, let me know in the comments and tell me what can I do to make it up to you, because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Find another one, I guess. I'm gonna have to find another one. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Stay safe, and in the next video, I'll figure out what we're gonna craft. But yeah, take care. Bye-bye.
Exile. You're making me nervous.